Before we get into this video, I want to say a big, huge thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers. I'm super thankful for you guys. The channel is growing and I'm so excited about that. More community and more friends to chit chat with in the comments and talk about all the things that we talk about on here. And I am just super thankful, and I would not be able to do this if it weren't for you. And I appreciate you for one and all. Now, let's get into the video. Hey sugar, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ro the Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves, and a little bit of everything in between. Today is all about my top 10 spring trends for better or for worse. And a lot of these you may already have in your closet. Also, this is going to drive me nuts the entire video. I had to cut my nail and take all of the gel off. It was an experience. And so here we are. Don't mind the manicure. It will be fixed once this heals. But that's not why you're here. You're not here for my manicure woes. You're here to find out what the top 10 spring trends are. Like I've said in my videos before, what comes around goes around. And if you don't get rid of the stuff you love and don't give in to the trends, usually what you love becomes trendy all over again. And for better or for worse, some of these are back, and I want to talk about them with you. And I have my notes. And the first trend for spring is more about color. It's all about pastels, but not like your Easter basket pastels. Think powder pink, not bright Barbie pink or baby pink, more Galinda. Cerulean, not baby blue, but this really beautiful kind of ocean wave blue kind of color. Tangerine, not orange. Butter yellow and lemon yellow, not bright yellow. And mint green, kind of like a honeydew sort of a color. I am so ready for the spring, so ready for it not to be freezing anymore. And these colors just invite that sense of newness and warmth and all of those things that come along with the spring. And I'm so excited to start bringing more of those colors out of the back of my closet and more to the front, because it is time to do so. And this video isn't going to be full of things that I'm going to tell you to go run out and buy. What I want you to do first is run to your closet and see if these are items that you already have. These trends are all cyclical, and you're going to see from all 10 of these that we're going to talk about today, a lot of these are just reiterations of fashion trends that we've already seen a time or two before. And number 2 is also another color. It's the color of the year, and that is Pantone's Mocha Mousse. All of these trends and all of the things that are flying around in the fashion zeitgeist are super intentional, and once you can start to thread them all together, you can make them work really well in your wardrobe. Pantone named Mocha Mousse their color of the year, and designers have gone all in. There are so many mocha and cafe color things out there right now, from shoes to handbags to accessories. And if you notice, that Mocha Mousse color will pair so nicely with all of those pastels that I mentioned. Think about that Mocha Mousse kind of a color with something honeydew or mint green or pink or even tangerine. That mocha color will pair so beautifully with all of these spring pastels that are on the horizon right now. And I think it's just a really nice way to balance outfits out. So if you are more of a neutral kind of a dresser, this is nice because you can still have a majority of your neutral that you want to wear in that mocha color, but then you can add pops of color with those different pastels that we just talked about. And I think it's a really great way to add that brightness to a neutral wardrobe in the spring. And spring trend number 3 is prints. Not Purple Rain, love of my life, rest in peace Prince, but like prints. Animal prints, snake print, stripes, pinstripes, vertical stripes, but prints. And I'm still here for it. If you couldn't tell, I am a lover of all things animal print. I mean, here we have it. It is something that carried over from the fall, but people are finding really creative ways to keep adding it into their wardrobe for the spring. Something that I've seen that has been a really big thing in trends for the past year is people taking things that are on trend and not wanting to spend as much money and leaning into those trends by adding accessories or pieces, whether it's like a hair bow, a handbag, some shoes, socks, something that has that pop of whatever color or print is in, making that part of your outfit so that it keeps you on trend, but it's not as expensive. But it doesn't just stop there. We all know the cheetah and the leopard, but snake print is a really big one that's making an appearance this spring season. Vertical stripes and pinstripes. Who doesn't love a comfy blue and white pinstripe poplin button down? I could live in those. I could actually live in those. And that is what we are seeing come off the runway, is lots and lots of stripes. And what a lot of people are doing is they're hearkening back to that 1970s kind of a boho look and taking the patterns, polka dots, florals, stripes, and mixing them all together. I'm personally not the one who's going to do that, but it is something that people are doing. And if that's something that you like, fun, funky kind of a look, that's something that you'll be able to play with this season because it is everywhere. And you don't have to go out and buy things to do that. You can take the different prints that you already have in your closet, mix and match them together, and you'll be on trend with spring 2025. It's all about, I think, self-expression this season. People are tired of just being neutral. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a neutral moment. It is kind of my thing, but I really do love adding in fun, vibrant colors and prints into my wardrobe and kind of cycling those things through just to mix it up a little. Keeps people on their toes and wondering, who is she? Or it doesn't. I just like doing it. Number 4 is Suede. Suede has been in since 2024, but like Suede's always in. And honestly, take all of this with a grain of salt because it's a trend. But a trend doesn't have to dictate how you shop. It can inform it. I am gonna always preach going to your closet first and finding things that you love in there and seeing if it works with what's going on in the fashion world. And if it doesn't, who cares? If you love it, wear it. I'm just trying to put you on to a little bit of game as to what is stylish and trendy right now. That way, if you want to lean into some of these and if you want to try them, you can. So again, Suede. Because it's still a little chilly out, Suede jackets are still a huge fashion staple. Trench coats, blazers, crop jackets, they're really in. But also like Suede shoes. I did a video last year of the Suede Lower Piana loafers. Are they loafers or are they mules or are they loafer mules? I don't know. And they're a light kind of a suede color. And I got them last year, but they're still on trend now. And what's nice about those is that they can go with just about anything. Suede can work its way into any part of your wardrobe, not just shoes, jackets, and purses, but I have started to see like Suede tank tops. I saw this one online when I was doing research for this and it looked cute, but I feel like I'm just gonna sweat in that and it's gonna have stains all in the spots where you don't want things to have stains. So I might pass on the Suede tank tops. Number 5 is sheer chic. Dreamy sheer fabrics, boho chic, romantic feminine, all of these different styles are all leaning into sheer, airy, dreamy kind of fabric in their designs. And they're doing it in a lot of different ways, whether they're doing it with a lot of beading and embroidery and embellishments, or just super structured, very minimal, layers and layers of sheer fabric. It's really beautiful. It gives it kind of an organza look. Back in the 90s when I was in high school, I heard somebody say back in the 1900s the other day, like it was 1902. I digress. But back in high school, we were all about that sheer life. I had this top that was all flowers here, and just a short sleeve, and then it was just sheer white here, sheer white sleeves, sheer white all over the top. I couldn't get enough of it. If you grew up on the West Coast, you might remember the store Clothes Time. I worked there for a while. I remember every payday I would be in there like spending my whole paycheck on these see-through sheer shirts and all like the shiny, satiny, silky looking shirts. Why I was dressing like I had a board meeting at a strip club, I don't know. Between the bustier tops and the sheer shirts and the silk satiny, like knee-length skirts, I don't know. It was a strange time, but we made it through and we're here. And while it is not 90s chic that we're back into when it comes to sheer fabric, we are leaning into that more like see-through, wispy, airy kind of a fabric. I'm kind of here for it. It's not a no. I don't hate it, but as I've aged and as my body has aged as well, I don't necessarily think everything should be see-through, and there's certain things that I'd like to keep to myself. Other things I'm willing to share. But if you do love that sheer look, there are definitely a lot of ways that you can express yourself with that this spring. Number 6 is kind of funny. It's called Ladies Who Lunch. I don't know if you've heard of this yet or not, but it is like a thing that's going on. Loud luxury is back. And remember when it used to be quiet? Not so much anymore. We are all about luxury out loud this spring 2025 fashion season. Old school ladylike style with lots of tweed, lots of big gold buttons, and a lot of style. I love a good two-piece Jackie O style tweed set. Oh, it makes me so happy. When I say Ladies Who Lunch, if you haven't seen it yet, I think it's on FX. It's called Feud, and it's the true story of Truman Capote and the Swans. It's like the society ladies that got aired out because rather than paying for doctor-patient privilege that therapy offers you, they decided to gossip with their homie about all of their other friends. Yeah, those ladies. Those are the ladies who lunch. That style of clothing and dress, that elegant, high fashion, I woke up like this, but I didn't. It cost me a lot of money to look this way. That's the ladies who lunch look. I think lots of Chanel two-piece sets, Gucci things with logos, lots of things that actually like denote what brand it is you're wearing. If you, like I, love a good tweed, you are going to love the ladies who lunch trend. This is number 7, and it is the bubble hemline. I just don't like this. I don't like it. but all the fashion gurus are all into it. I guess if I wore more like ultra mini skirts, I might be into this. I really feel like that's the only way this silhouette works. But like, people are wearing it in midi skirts, maxi skirts, in tops, like, yuck. I don't want a bubble top. But if you do like that, it is trending and it is very of the moment right now. But it's just not my thing. I can't get into it. It looks like upside down cupcake paper to me. I feel like if you flipped it right side up, I just look like a little chocolate muffin stuck on the top of it. But I can't do it. I can't do it, but it is number 7 on this list and it is trending right now. It's kind of a carryover. A lot of these spring 2025 trends are kind of carryovers from last year, but that's actually pretty good because if you did lean into some of those trends real hard in the fall season, you'll be able to bring those things right over here with you to spring 2025, but not the bubble hem, not that one. Number 8, and I think second only to Ladies Who Lunch, this one is my favorite. It is the cuffed wide leg jean. They make me feel happy and playful. And I think that they have that casual polished, also looks very intentional, which I think gives it a more elevated, elegant look. And I love that because you can pair it back and wear it with a t-shirt and throw on a pair of sneakers with it, or you can dress it up, do some fun, chunky jewelry, which is also in right now, and a nice kitten heel, and you are off to brunch. I mean, I just think there's so many ways that you can make a wide leg cuffed jean look fantastic. And I am so glad that these are in for spring 2025. And number 9 is brooches and pins. I like to collect them. I like fun, kitschy ones, but I also like to thrift or find like old school, really expensive ones. They make me happy. I've always loved just like a good brooch on my lapel, and the internet is super obsessed with brooches and pins right now. They are like bag charms, but for your clothes. Brooches on your jacket, on your sweater, on your shirt, on a blazer. It's just such a fun way to add an accessory to your outfit, especially if I don't feel like wearing any other jewelry except maybe for my earrings. I can put on a brooch and I don't feel like I have to wear a necklace or any bracelets or anything. That brooch really does just speak loud enough to be the accessory that I want to wear with something. From quirky and fun to polished and elegant, there's so many different ways that you can add a brooch to your wardrobe. And even if you took a brooch and if you didn't want to wear it on your clothes, you can tie a scarf around your handbag, pin a brooch to it to keep it in place, and you've made like your own little bag charm, but with a brooch that you can pin to a jacket later. And I love things that can do double duty, and brooches and pins are definitely that. And number 10 is about shoe trends. And it's, I mean, like we know shoes are not a trend because you can't go out barefoot. I mean, you might want to go out barefoot. And a lot of these are weird or ugly. And I'm not into it, but I'm going to talk to you about them because that's what I'm here to do for you. I'm going to talk to you about it, good, bad, or ugly. And the first one that I cannot stand are those lace-up gladiator sandals. There's something about them that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like them. I don't like them. But there's lots of different iterations of them right now. People are all into them. They're doing them like with like a little heel on them, and some of them like are made out of that jelly sandal material, and I don't know, but people are wearing them. But not just the gladiator sandals, but lace-up shoes in general, things that lace all the way up the calf. I always get nervous when I wear shoes that lace like that because I feel like as I go throughout the day, I'm gonna lace that sucker up in the morning. By the end of the day, it's gonna be drooping down to my ankle. So those give me a little bit of agita. I don't like wearing them. But some people love them, let them have them. So get your pedicures booked and paid for because peep toe shoes are making a comeback. I remember when people hated peep toe shoes, but they're really in for spring, summer 2025. Peep toe everywhere, everything. So between the gladiator sandals and the peep toes, pedicures need to be on point. Still with the toes out, fancy flip-flops. I was the queen of fancy flip-flops. In the 90s, I had those flip-flops that were like those big, thick, chunky. Yes, I wore them and I'd wear them again. Then everybody said, oh, the little Tory Burch flip-flops and all the things, those are so passe, they're not cute. And I was like, I don't care. I love them and I'm gonna keep my fancy flip-flops, and wouldn't you know it, fancy flip-flops are back. Wedges, flats, everybody is wearing all the fancy flip-flops this spring. And then this one, I mean, it's not weird because we were all wearing Crocs, but like, I mean, maybe not all of us. I do have a pair of leopard Crocs that I wear the hell out of all the time, but like, that's for another video. But clogs are back in. And while I am not a clog wearer, there are so many cute clogs out there that I have seen. When I was looking around, I'm thinking, okay, are we just thinking like the regular traditional, like the nurse clogs? Or no, there's like a lot of really different cool styles of clogs that are out there right now. Some of them look super comfortable. Some of them look like you probably want to wear them for 5 minutes and then take them off. But there are some really great options out there. And if you're into clogs, don't let them tell you you're not fashionable anymore, because you are, because this spring, summer season, clogs are everywhere. And last but not least, sneakers. Retro high top sneakers are the thing for this season. Now, we're still doing those cute flat slim sambas, your elevated casual kind of look. Cute high top sneakers and boxing shoes. Think retro late 90s, early 2000s. Those are the sneakers that are in right now. Loewe and Dior both have a pair of these that are to die for. They're a little pricey, but I'm gonna see if I can't find some designer inspired versions of these or just some cute lower priced high tops that make me happy in a pretty powder pink that will be able to go with a lot of what I have in my wardrobe. And that is it, sugar. That is everything that I have for you. Those are the 10 spring trends, most of them wearable, for the spring summer 2025 season that I think that you should know about. And some of them are good, some of them are terrible, but that is for you to decide, because fashion is not about a trend. It is about the style story that you are writing for yourself. If you've made it this far with me, sugar, please make sure to click that like button, head down to that subscribe button, click it, turn on your notification bell, and you will never, ever miss an upload. And that is all. And I will see you in the next video.